Welcome friend, it's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I am here in my studio here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I welcome you to a gentle yoga practice. For today's class, I'm going to invite you to have a yoga strap and a couple of yoga blocks. If you don't have those things available, then you could use a couple of thick books, but more so I would grab like a long towel, thin towel, a belt if it has some length to it, and then as always your trusty blanket. So if you don't have a blanket, go ahead and grab a thick beach towel or a firm pillow, and then once you grab those things, I don't even remember if I hit record. Hit record. Yes. Boop, boop. Welcome friend, it's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I welcome you to a gentle yoga practice. For today's class, I invite you to have a couple of blocks as well as a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, then just grab a towel. It could even be a hand towel. We just need a little bit of the length. And then also, boop, 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 boop. Welcome friend, it's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I am here in my studio once again, and I have another gentle yoga practice for you. So welcome. For today's class, it would be super helpful if you could have access to a yoga strap. Now, if you don't have a strap, then try to find a long belt, maybe even a beach towel, and I'll try to remember how to show you how to roll that up so that it will serve our purpose as we move into that portion of the class. The last thing is your trusty yoga blanket or beach towel, anything that just allows you to kind of sit up and push the fleshy part of your booty onto the blanket, and then we let the tailbone kind of come forward so that the fleshy part stays on the blanket, and we get that length pushing forward. We get the length through the spine because we sent the hips forward. So I invite you to go grab what you need, and then you can meet me back on the mat in your comfortable seat. All right, as we get started today, sweet friend, we are going to sit in our comfortable seat. And we're gonna have the fleshy part of the booty hanging on to the blanket, but the bony part of your booty, the tailbone, actually connects to the mat right in front. That helps send the hips forward. It makes it a lot easier to find some length through the spine. And then we'll just check that we're not leaning forward. That's putting a little extra on the hips. Sit nice and tall. And for today's class, instead of closing the eyes as we begin, I'm going to invite you to find that soft gaze. So nothing that we have to really focus laser point on, just a nice soft gaze. So reach through the crown of the head, find that soft gaze towards the floor. The eyelids are semi-covering the eyes. And give yourself a nice big deep inhale through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. And begin to breathe in and out through the nose, keeping the eyes at that soft gaze. Notice where the awareness is. Are the eyes already tired? And just allow them to soften even further with each breath. Notice the rest of the physical body beginning to soften. Notice how you can just see right around your soft gaze, the rising of the upper body with each inhale. And then notice the softness that pervades on the exhale. Continue in this way. And give it one more breath. And slowly let the eyes close if that's more comfortable in your body. Give yourself another cleansing breath. Nice big deep inhale. Sighing it out. Reconnect with the breath in and out through the nose. Noticing this moment of peace and calm pervading your body. The parasympathetic nervous system has begun to calm. You can come out of fight or flight mode. And slowly let the eyes flutter back open. Welcome. So the first thing that we're going to do is feel into the head. So keeping that long spine, I want you to send your nose over towards that right shoulder. Keep the eyes open, but find that soft gaze. Inhale deep. And exhale, let the chin come down towards the chest. On top of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Inhale, the nose back, parallel with the shoulder. And then exhale, big rainbow. Draw the nose across the ceiling, soft gaze. Letting the breath settle over on the exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale, chin down to chest. Soften through the jaw. Inhale, nose back to center. Exhale, let it go, rainbow through the air. And back over to the right. Check the position of the spine. Let the shoulder blades kiss just a little bit more behind you, and we'll begin again. Inhale. Exhale, dip the chin down. Inhale, back up to parallel shoulders. Exhale, up towards the sky with the nose. Big stretch through the throat. Settling over to the left on the exhale, shoulder blades together. Inhale. Chin down towards chest. Inhale, nose back to center, parallel rather. And then exhale one last time, lips rainbow over to the right. Bring the nose back to center. And then dip the chin down towards the chest. Let those fingers temple right behind your hips. Shoulder blades come even closer together. Press the tailbone into the floor. Ripple up through the spine. As you do, the low back begins to curve. Heart shines forward. Lift the chin. Big stretch through the throat. Nice big deep inhale. Feel the ribs. And then exhale, chin comes down towards chest, lower spine rounds behind you, rolling those shoulders in towards your nose. And then coming all the way back up to your comfortable seat. Beautiful. Give yourself a cleansing breath. Beautiful. Take an inhale, bring those fingers templed on either side of the hips. Reach the fingertips away, stretch through the top of the shoulders, long spine, press the tailbone in. Deep breath. Slowly start to turn this left palm away from you. Big stretch to the inside of the forearm. Inhale. And as you exhale, let this right palm make its way to the floor. Right elbow bends in towards the ribs. Nice, slow reaching over of this left hand over to the right. Inhale, press into the right hand. Bring that left hand into a little half V. And then inhale, go back deeper into the twist. Or not to the twist, but to the stretch. Exhale, bring it up. We're going to flow just like that. Inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Notice the tension in the back of the neck. Breathe into that space. And give it 2 more. Nice and soft. Last one. Beautiful. Go ahead and let those left fingertips come down to the mat. Fingertips touch. Lengthen through the spine. Take a breath. Sigh it out. Turn that right palm away. Big stretch through the front of the forearm. Walk those left fingertips away just a little bit more, stretching through the outside, the left side of the neck. Here we go. Inhale, left palm comes to the mat, elbow bends in, right fingertips begin to reach over nice and slow. And then exhale back to that upward shape. And keep moving with the breath. Keep the gaze soft. Soften through the jaw, last one. Beautiful, right hand comes down to the mat, temple the fingers, ripple through the spine, take a fresh breath. Now exhale, let it go. Beautiful. We're going to do one more from seated. We're going to invite the strap in. So go ahead and let the strap unfurl, if you will. If you don't have access to the strap, you can use your blanket. Let me show you what to do. You're going to unroll it. Now I'm going to even bring it all the way to where it's just folded into half. And then I'm going to start to roll it like along, almost like the shape of a pool noodle. So we're just rolling, rolling, rolling. Beautiful. Just put it right in front of your feet. Now we've got to practice. If we don't have anything underneath the legs, we could, or under the tush, we could bring a block and sit on it. Tailbone hangs off right off the front just to keep a little bit more openness through the hips. You could even stack the blocks even further. All right, we're going to take the strap or the blanket and we're going to put it in the right hand. And then we're going to let the strap come and hang right behind our back. And I want you to take your left hand, put it back into that V, and then slowly turn the palm away from you, the elbow bends, and then reach that left hand for the strap, okay? If you don't have the strap, you would just do the same thing with the blanket. All right, from here what I want you to do is to really let the shoulder blades kiss. Think about the length through the spine. And then if you need more space, you would just move your hand up the right side of the strap. All right, so from here, once you find that long spine, crown reaches towards the sky, inhale, start to send both elbows back, shoulder blades really come to kiss. Tuck the tailbone in there, just powers up your core, your center, breathe. Soft gaze, give it 2 more breaths. Beautiful. So we'll release the left hand, release the palm from the strap or the blanket, let it come down, and then let the right hand fall down. And then just shake out the arms, shake out the wrists, roll the shoulders, send your arms forward like they're gonna hug, and then really open them up. Whatever you need here. We're really waking up from the upper body down. All right. So we're going to do the other side. So the left palm gets the strap, and then you let it come behind the back. The right arm reaches up into that half V that we already did, and then we're going to check the posture here. So tailbone presses into the floor, fleshy part presses into the block or the floor as well. And then we're going to start to bend that elbow so that right palm can come down and away, and then reach for the strap. Check the posture one more time, and then inhale, really let the shoulders open, pulling on the strap or the blanket just a little bit to open more through the heart. Lots of tension in the back of the neck. Breathe. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale. Release that right hand, release the left, and then just let that strap or blanket move out of the way. Come down off your block. We're going to move into a wide leg child's pose. So go ahead and make your tabletop shape, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. But then once you get those knees under the hips, go ahead and walk the knees wide. Let the feet come to touch in the center. Take an inhale, and then exhale, send those hips back. Let the heart melt towards the floor, opening through the shoulders. Stack palms if you need that here. And breathe into this space. The hips gently open. And give it one more breath. Beautiful. Press into the hands and send the arms long down the mat. And once the arms get long down the mat, let the elbows come to touch. So elbows are in line with shoulders, and then see if you can pull those shoulders back in line with the rest of the upper body. Take an inhale, lift through the upper body, and then exhale, start to sink down. Let the forehead come to the floor. Changing the shape of the stretch through the shoulders. Beautiful. Take an inhale, come back up. And then see if you can come to elbows. Bring the knees back under the hips. Start to walk those elbows forward just a little bit as the shoulders move forward, creating some length through the spine. Keep the booty up in the air. Take an inhale. And then exhale, send the booty back. Deeper still. And find that opening through the heart and the collarbone. Notice the breath in the belly. One more breath. And keeping those elbows right where they are, start to lift the upper body and then start to let the pelvis move down towards the mat. Starting to ripple through the spine, release through the booty and the glutes, pressing through the elbows, rippling the spine up towards the sky. We have a Sphinx pose. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Releasing through the belly. So moving from the crown of the head all the way down to the soles of the feet, bringing awareness to different and various parts of the body, holding and breathing, releasing where we can. One more breath. So a very almost intense, short, almost yin, restorative, stretchy, cold stretch postures as we begin the class. All right, from here, press your hands into the floor to bring the elbows on either side of the hips. You can stack the palms and bring your left temple or your chin, whatever you need so you can see me here. We're gonna bring this right knee up level with the right hip. And just breathe into this space. Notice the belly pressing against the mat. Bring the top of your tongue to the roof of your mouth and keep the jaw soft. And give it one more breath. Beautiful. Press into the upper body so you can bring those elbows back under shoulders. Palms are back on the floor. And then we'll ripple up through the upper body. So inhale, rippling up. Crown reaches towards the sky. And then maybe send the ear towards either shoulder. Chin down towards chest, releasing anything that's going on in the back of the neck. Beautiful. Press hands into the floor to lower back down. Stack those palms once again and send that right leg long. Give yourself a breath. And then we'll bring this left knee up towards the left hip. Soften the rest of the body. Breathing in and out. Start to press into the hands, bring elbows under shoulders, soft through the upper body, and then gently press into the elbows to ripple through the crown, soften through that right hip, breathe. Notice where the tension lies. Beautiful. Press into the hands to lower back down. Bring that left knee back behind. And then we're going to bring palms under shoulders. Press in through table. Brief child's pose, releasing through the low back. Release 2 more breaths. All right, we're going to come into table, but it's just so we can mermaid the legs. We're going to send the legs out long in front, and then we're going to need that strap again. So bring the strap up next to your hips. Have the legs extended long. We're going to bring the arms out in front, and then slowly bring those shoulders back in line with the upper body. And when you do that, you're going to feel the shoulder blades come together. Press the tailbone into the floor. So you're going to see that spine kind of ripple straight back up if you can watch how that works. So press it in and then lengthen through the spine. Flex through the feet. We're going to start to engage from the soles of the feet all the way to the fingertips and through the crown of the head. So ripple up that strength. Here we go. Inhale. Hold the breath, or hold the posture, not the breath. Beautiful. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly start to tilt back with the upper body just a little bit. Keep the length through the spine. Breathe. Bend elbows, lower down even more. Let the elbows come under shoulders. Palms come to the floor. Bring those elbows in closer to center. Inhale, ripple up through the heart. Lift the chin. Stretch through the throat. Fish pose. Beautiful. Bring chin down towards chest. Use your core strength to bring yourself all the way back up to your seat. Take this right knee and lift it, and then let the right foot cross outside of the left knee. Interlace the fingers at the kneecap, flex through the left foot. Press into the tailbone, ripple up through the spine, take an inhale, and then slowly bring the belly towards that right knee. Stretch through that left hamstring, nice and slow, hold it. Ripple up the crown even more, stretching through the back of the neck. Unlace the fingers, let the left hand stay on the outside of the right knee. Inhale, reach that right arm up towards the sky, and then let it come behind you. Temple the fingers, ripple up through the spine, and send the nose towards the right shoulder. Breathe. Hold it one more breath. Beautiful. Inhale. Come back to center. Take your strap, uncross your foot. You're going to bring your strap to that right foot. So if you had the blanket, you just wrap the blanket around the foot, and then you actually would probably have to use both hands to hold the blanket. But if you're using the strap, you're going to put the strap in the left hand. And then we're going to start to lift the left foot. Keep the length through the spine. Inhale, open that right arm again. Gentle twist from fingertip to that right shoulder, through the right hamstring. Breathe. One more breath. Slowly bring that right hand around, lower that left foot with control, and you can move the strap for just a moment. We're going to do the other side. So cross this left leg over where the heel, outside of the heel is on the outside of the right leg. We'll interlace fingers and then intentionally press tailbone into the floor. Ripple up through the spine, and then slowly start to send the belly closer to the inside of that left thigh. Little stretch to that right hamstring. Release that right kneecap if you've clenched it up. Stretch through the low back. And then come back up. Uncross the leg. And then leave that right, I was about to go for the strap, we're not ready yet. Bring that right hand outside of the left knee, left fingertips come down towards the floor. Inhale, big circle. You can let those left fingers temple on the floor, and keep that right foot flexed. Send the nose towards the left shoulder. Length through the spine. Inhale, bring that left hand around. Now we can find the strap. So we'll wrap that strap around the left foot. The right hand gets the strap. We're going to lift the left foot up, and then take an inhale, open that left arm into a T. Feel that stretch from the left shoulder to the left fingertip. Stretch through that left hamstring. Bring the left hand around, lower with the strap, move the strap out of the way, and we're going to make our way back to table. So once we get in our table, we'll bring those wrists right back under shoulders, knees under hips, and then let's curl those toes. Reach to the crown of the head, take an inhale. And then exhale, send the hips back, stretch through the bottoms of the feet. Let's make it a little flow. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, sending hips back. Keep breathing. Beautiful. And coming back into your table, we're going to send that right leg long behind and then bring that right knee up towards the right wrist as the right ankle comes towards the left wrist. We're going to make our way into Pigeon. So when we're in Pigeon, the toes on the extended leg are pointed towards the back of the mat. You could use a block or a blanket underneath that right hip if it doesn't make its way to the floor. Press into the arms, reach through the crown of the head, and soften through that left glute. So we opened the outside of the hips from Sphinx Pose. Now we open the inside of the hips in Pigeon. And keep breathing. And soften just a little bit more. And see if you can start to walk those hands and fold forward over that inside of that right leg. Soften through the upper body. Breathe into the opening. Hold it 3 more breaths. And start to make your way back to hands. Find your strap. And you're going to make a loop through that strap where you can hold it. I don't know that this would work with a blanket because I don't know that you could really get a hold on the blanket with your left hand. So if you don't have the strap, we'll just reach back for the leg, but it's okay if you don't make it. So you're gonna find that strap, and you're gonna lift the left foot and play a motor control game of trying to loop that left foot through the strap. So then come back towards the gaze, bring it back towards the front of your mat, and then slowly start to use that strap over the left shoulder to pull that left foot towards the left hip, stretching through that left quad. And find what you need here. Sometimes a block outside of the right hip can help just to keep some length through the spine and to still feel supported. Hold it 1 more breath. Beautiful. Slowly release the strap from the left foot. Again, another motor control exercise. Move the block and then make your way back to your table. It may feel good to shimmy the hips a little bit side to side. Move that strap over where it'll be easy for the right hand to grab next. All right, we're gonna send the left leg back. And then bring that left knee up towards the left wrist, ankle towards the right wrist, slow opening as that right leg extends long down your mat. Releasing through that right glute, but keeping the toes pointed towards the back of the mat, length through the spine. Soften where you need to. You could even put a block outside of that left hip, even here for the length. Soften right there. And start to fold forward if that serves your body. Might even help to put hands on or elbows on blocks here. Breathe into what is opening. Use each breath to tune in deeper to what your physical body is allowing here, and honoring what it does not want to do, and modifying in any way that you need to serve your body and honor it. Notice any tension in the back of the neck or the shoulders. Beautiful. Slowly start to press into those hands to bring yourself up and make that strap and get that loop going again. Motor control to get that strap around that right foot. Then send the gaze back forward. I'm going to put a block outside of my left hip. Shoulders square towards the top of the mat. Inhale. And then slowly let that left foot lift. The strap actually ends up on the top of the foot. And you can shoot that elbow forward. Stretch through the quad. Keep the length through the spine. Breathe into that opening. Give yourself one more breath. It's a slow release. Undo the strap. And let yourself come back to whatever your comfortable seat is. When you find your way back into your comfortable seat, I'm going to invite you to just let the hands rest on the legs. Soften the body and find that soft gaze just as we began. And give yourself a cleansing breath. Notice how much more grounded you may be able to find within your physical, mental, and emotional body now. So for the last 30 or 40 minutes, we have been responding to our physical, emotional, mental bodies by just breathing into the moment that we are in. We let go of any reaction. We gave ourselves time and space to mindfully respond, using our breath to meet our bodies right where they are. Continue the soft gaze, continue to keep breath in and out through the nose. And allow the eyes to begin to soften even further. Notice the additional softness that makes its way to your face. soften even further. And even further still. Until your eyes find themselves completely closed, if that is comfortable for you. Send your awareness to the breath moving in and out of your nose. And you'll notice the expansion of the belly with each inhale. And the way it relaxes on the exhale. Notice the softness in the hips and the thighs and the feet. Allow yourself just to melt into this moment, knowing that doing nothing at all is also a response. Allow the lips begin to curl up just a bit. And bring your awareness to anything that brings you gratitude. And give yourself a couple of deep breaths to find your connection back to this moment in time. And go ahead and bring your hands together at your heart. Bow your chin down towards your chest. Our quote for today is attributed to Viktor Frankl. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. May we respond instead of react. May we know kindness, and may we be kind. And until we meet together again, gratitude for practicing with me today. Namaste.